I'm Cheri. I'm one of the reviewers with C-Spot Reviews, and I just finished Reconstructing Amelia by Kimberly McCreight. I know I'm a little late to the party on this one, and one of my good reading friends recommended it to me quite a while ago, but I'm just getting around to it. So I still haven't read the blurb, but just to give you a brief synopsis of the book, it's about single mom Kate, who's an attorney with a pretty big firm, very large firm, and her daughter, her 15-year-old daughter, Amelia, who is a great student and very conscientious, never really gets in any trouble at all. And one morning, Kate gets a call from school saying that Amelia has been caught cheating on a paper and has been suspended, and she needs to come down and pick Amelia up. When she gets there, it turns out that Amelia has actually fallen off of the roof of the school building and has died. It's ruled a suicide, but there's a lot of things that come up that really lead her to believe, and eventually the police to believe, that there's something else involved. So what the author does is she takes us through. We get Amelia's point of view up until she falls off the roof. We get Kate's point of view, and Kate is also talking about what happened before, her earlier years, and then current day. So here's some of my thoughts about the book. First of all, I got the audiobook and the ebook. For this one, I strongly recommend you read the book with your eyes. Initially, I thought the narrator was doing a really good job, but well before halfway through, I really had a difficult time with the voices that she used for the rest of the teenagers. Amelia's voice, she did well, I thought. The rest of the teenagers were constantly very sarcastic, condescending, which I understand teenagers are, but through all conversations, not just ones where it would have been appropriate for it to be that way. A lot of the other parents and faculty, their voices were just, I just don't think she did a great job of it, and I found it very distracting. And had I not been so into the book, and had I also had more time to read in the evenings and in my off time with my eyes, I would have switched. But as it happens, I was involved in the story and had many more opportunities to listen to the audiobook. So that's the way I went, but I don't recommend it. If you've got time to read it with your eyes, do that. The other problem that I had with it, there are so many coincidences and connections that I really tested my ability to suspend disbelief. But the thing is that I did enjoy the story so much, particularly Amelia's point of view. I thought it was very well done, and there were several times when I had to stop and think, would a 15-year-old really say these things in this way? But yeah, I think that a 15-year-old would. I'm trying to remember back to when I was 15. Yeah, it was a while ago. And also that Amelia is also a very mature 15-year-old. So there were some aspects of the book that I did not expect. I had no idea. There were some things that I picked up on, and I was able to guess pretty quickly, and some of them were right. There were some plot points and twists that I didn't see coming. So overall, yeah, I enjoyed it. Would have enjoyed it more had I read it. Also, there are some, there's some Facebook posts, Twitter, not Twitter feeds, but text messages, things like that, a newsletter, where the formatting in the ebook would have been more helpful. I did take a look through at some of the ebook, and it was better for those things too. So But all around, I did like it quite a bit. It definitely held my attention. I couldn't stop listening to it, even though I rolled my eyes and complained about some plot points. But there you go. So, I mean, if you're looking for a pretty well-written book, it's gotten a lot of good reviews. I think they're even making a movie out of it, but I'm not 100% sure. Give it a shot, especially if you can pick it up at your library or borrow it from a friend. It's definitely worth checking out. All right. Well, thanks for listening and happy reading.